Hello, my wonderful Taurus people. Welcome, guys. Please, if you're new to my channel, check out the description box. Everything you need to know is down there, including how to book your own personal reading with me. I offer live Zoom readings, and if you live in my area, you can come see me in person as well. For those of you who are my faithful subscribers, I am grateful for each and every one of you. Guys, let's blow up my channel for the end of 2023 by giving my videos the thumbs up, leaving me a comment down below, sharing my video with others, subscribing, and click on the bell. Sagittarius really blew up the Sagittarius video last week, and I picked up 133 subscribers. So that's the difference it can make. So I would be grateful if you guys could help me end 2023 with a bang. Alrighty, so we are pulling from the Healing Waters Energy Oracle deck. So let's see for my beautiful Taurus people, January 1st to the 7th, 2024. What do they need to know? These readings are different from the energy vibe readings. Those two will be going up Sunday on my channel. We are still in the tail end of a retrograde, and I apologize for your video being late. However, I sat down to do videos 2 days ago, and my camera kept freezing. So I was like, okay, not happening today. And yesterday, the videos that I did do were very deep and long. So forgive me, guys. Alrighty. I have no control. The universe has control. So let's go. I can only set forth the intention. When things happen, they happen. I've learned to let go of all of that. So let's see what got activated, Taurus, for you in the full moon that we just had, right? Because the full moon is about releasing. Okay, so what is activating you to release? Well, that does make sense, doesn't it, Taurus? So let's start out with the healing energy, okay? You are really you're really diving deep into your feelings, into your emotions, healing. Some of you are a mystic, okay? Because, you know, mystics and people who do self-healing, they really connect with the universal energy, the God's energy, creator's energy, whatever it is to you, spirit, the universe, right? And you know that it's a way of life going forward. There are times when you have to dive into the shadow and look at why your life is at a standstill, or why are you in a challenging position? Why are you being emotional? Why is something triggering you, right? These are all times that we look into the shadow. So there is something there for you that I do feel like you are starting to really release, okay? That is also part of doing the shadow work, is looking at what is in your heart center that needs to be healed. And often things that trigger us are our own behaviors being mirrored back at us that we don't like. And that's important for somebody out there to hear. But what happens is when we learn those lessons and we change the patterns, right? We shift the energy. And by shifting the energy, it allows us to come together with our counterpart, the masculine and feminine within us, a healthy relationship, and it allows us to celebrate ourselves. Most importantly, okay, it's about celebrating yourself. It's about looking in the mirror and seeing what a beautiful person you are, how worthy you are of greatness in your life, happiness in your life, success in your life, love in your life. You are worthy of all these things. But what has to happen to bring these things forward is we have to let go of the past. All right. Once you learn the lessons, you leave the past in the past and you move forward in your life. And that's, a beautiful thing. It transforms you. And it's interesting because I just said this in the Aries reading. Who we are at our core, okay, is who we are. So if you're a loving, kind, compassionate, caring individual, no matter how much shadow work you do, that doesn't change your core. What it does do, though, is bring to light, illuminates for you the people that you were giving to that weren't filling up your cup in return. Energy vampires that were latching onto you because of your light, because of your good heart, because you are a caring, compassionate person. And you learn, right, those who are worthy of your light and those who aren't. And then they just start falling away out of your life. Whether by your choice, whether by tower moments, whether some just simply slip away into the night. Like people you may have been talking to for years, every day. And then once you really start doing this deep dive and really getting in tune with your emotions, suddenly you start realizing, wow, not talking to that person every day anymore. Wow, not talking to that person every week anymore. Wow, it's been a month or two since I've talked to that. That's how spirit works. That's the silently removing them into the night for you. But the amazing thing spirit does do is replace those people with new, healthier relationships in our lives. Now, that doesn't mean, guys, there's no more lessons for us to learn. Because if there were no more lessons for us to learn, we'd all cross over into spirit, right? We're here to learn the lessons of our journey, our purpose for being here. So we're always learning, but now you're open to learning those experiences. You know when you have to take a pause and you have to look at something in a different way. And is there a deeper meaning to this? And why did that person's behavior just now trigger something inside me, even though you may not have argued with the person, but something they said is wow, okay, why is that having this feeling of anxiety in me, or this feeling of anger in me, or disagreement in me? Well, maybe you're the type of person that likes to debate, right? So, and maybe that person is debating and you're like, oh my God, that guy's just not stopping, or that girl is just not stopping on what she believes, and she's debating the politics, and she's debating this, and well, that's a behavior within you that you don't like. But the thing about looking at your emotions is you realize those things. So now you can pause, right? Without going ballistic, without going crazy, without being angered, without getting into an argument, and be like, okay, I need to look at that because that's coming from somewhere, right? It's like that type of energy. So for my lovely Taurus people, January 1st through the 7th, 2024, spirit around the crowning energy, the diving deep, the celebration, and the past. What do they need to know? Clear, definitive messages, please. First card out, 9 of Pentacles. Okay, looking at what it is you want to invest in. Followed by the Ace of Pentacles, very deeply thinking about this. 2 of Cups. Wow, Taurus. 10 of Swords. Yeah, you've been through, in the past, you invested in something that just brought you a lot of pain, a lot of disappointment. and you're looking back on it. And for some of you, this could be a behavior or a seed that was planted in you by your mother, grandmother, a feminine energy in your life. And I feel like now you're like looking at it and you're realizing, and don't beat yourselves up, okay? I really have to say that, and I understand that because been there, done that, okay? But there is the foolish energy here. In this deck, there's two fool cards. One is a puppy, and one is a full-grown dog. So for me, the puppy is when we foolishly jump into something, right, that ends up bringing us a lot of pain, a lot of hurt, okay? But you also have a soulmate connection here that kind of makes you feel young again, right? They invigorate you. Yeah, see, in the past, okay, in the past, we have the nine of Pentacles, and that's investment. Okay, and I feel like that's what you're doing now with the hawk here. Hawk represents looking at things from a higher perspective. And you're looking at something that you really invested a lot of time, a lot of effort in, and it just brought you pain, sorrow, hurt, discouragement, right? That's what the Ten of Swords is all about. The Ten of Swords for me is like you give and you give and you give, and there's nothing left to give but your blood, and you're not giving that because you need that to live on, right? It's like that type, a lot of wounds, a lot of hurt, a lot of pain, right? You've bled a lot in your life, Taurus. That's what the Ten of Swords is for me. Deep cuts, a lot of them, and all meant to keep you small. Question yourself, question your dignity, question your values, question your worth, question everything about your essence, right? That's what the Ten of Swords does. Makes you feel depleted, makes you feel unworthy, makes you feel alone. That's what the Ten of Swords does, okay? And I feel like you are learning a valuable lesson in all of that, or you have learned a valuable lesson in all of that. That's what the diving deep into your emotions does. It gives you the opportunity to learn. Learn the lesson, learn the pattern, learn the root of where it came from, the ancestral root. That's what you learn in the disappointment of it all, in the pain of it all, in the scars, right? In the scars. In the present moment, okay, in the present moment, you realize under celebration, you have a new opportunity here for something solid, something long-term, something worth investing in that is also going to bring you a return. Okay, somebody is going to give evenly, balanced, okay, balanced. And I feel like, right, you've like been waiting a long time for this. A long time you've been waiting for this, to offer up a cup of love. And, you know, what you're doing is, in the past, you may have looked at your life situation through rose-colored glasses. And now you're taking the rose-colored glasses off, and you're really seeing things for what they are. And you're realizing that you do have an beautiful opportunity here, right? With the Six of Pentacles, with someone who is balanced, with someone who is giving, right? This person feeds your soul. You feed their soul. They're nurturing. In this deck, they're very nurturing because they're feeding little chicks. So they give, okay? They give with a lot of love, a lot of care, nurturing, right? She's got, you know, the bird feed in her hand. And I also feel like she has laundry in the basket, right? There's a lot of blessings here, okay? And she's a beautiful chickadee. That's what I just got from Spirit when I looked at it. She's like, isn't she a beautiful chickadee? And she does it all with grace. See how she has the high heels on? She's got the dress on. She's kind of got her foot kicked back, leaning up against the wall. She's relaxed, right? She's not the Ten of Swords. She's relaxed. So this could be what you're feeling your energy is, or this is someone that you value and you see their worth. And now here's your question. Okay, this is your question to yourself. Okay, I have real love here in my life. I have the opportunity to invest in real love. Here's my fear. Am I jumping in foolishly again? Am I going into this the same way I went into a previous relationship when I was immature? That's your fear. Okay, that is your fear. But the good news is, okay, you're also realizing that with the King of Wands, right? The Lion. You could be dealing with a Leo, not necessarily, right? The Lion strategizes. The Lion finds their courage, finds their strength to go in the direction that they're being pulled in. So it's looking at that fear of, is it a mistake that I'm making? And I think you know that's just a fear. Okay, I think you know that's just a fear. So now we're going to dive into the clarifications. Clear messages for my wonderful Taurus people, Spirit. Clear clarification, please, on what it was they invested in. What was it that they invested a lot of time in with the Nine of Pentacles? Clear messages. January 1st through the 7th. One more shuffle. I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday. I know I did. I enjoyed my time. My son and I spent 3 days together cooking. That's what we do. We enjoy doing that, getting together, looking up our ancestral recipes and creating good food, good memories. So for my lovely Taurus people, please clarify this Nine of Pentacles. Please clarify the Nine of Pentacles for my Taurus people. Please clarify the Nine of Pentacles for my Taurus people. You invested a lot of time, a lot of effort in something that really held you back, kept you out of balance, and in the defense mode. In the defense mode, constantly defending yourself, constantly sticking up for yourself, never feeling anything was balanced. Everything was out of balance. And it was holding you back. It was like holding you captive. Okay, because the Eight of Swords is captivity. But it's our own captivity. We keep ourselves stuck. We keep ourselves prisoner. We can free ourselves at any given time It's ourselves that keep us prisoners. Okay, so that's important for somebody to know. And this person could be keeping an eye on you, okay, or you're finding out something. You put a lot of time and effort into this. I will tell you that much. You did put a lot of work into this, okay? And some of you could have worked late into the night, you know, like work. I know a lot of people that like work full-time jobs and then they go home and they put in another almost full day's work catering to the things that are needed around the home. I'm getting that as well for some of you. So please clarify this Ace of Pentacles. Please clarify the Ace of Pentacles. I'm going to do one more shuffle, but I don't even know if Spirit's going to give me any more cards. Oh, they did. Okay. So what was illuminated for you in this full moon that we just had? Ace of Pentacles clarified by the Ace of Cups and the Moon. You have love right in front of you right now, this very moment, that is willing to fill up your cup. And I feel like that's what you're realizing. Okay, that's what that full moon was illuminating for you. So tell me more about the Two of Cups. Tell me more about that Two of Cups. Oh, look at that. I never noticed that either. It's the yin and the yang both howling at the moon. Okay, so the moon is significant for you with this person you're with, or it's balancing out the yin and yang within you. But there's something about howling at the moon. I don't know, maybe some of you howl at the moon as a joke. Two of Cups, please. So you could be dealing with an Aquarius, a Gemini, a Libra. You know, life can be so much better, so much happier. This is a reunion for some of you. For others of you, this is bringing you, the King of Swords in this deck for me is someone who is spiritually enlightened. Okay, see, he's in that meditative state. He's got all the beaded bracelets on, birds around him. He is awoken. Okay, this person is awakened. And they know, right? They're in touch with their feelings. They know their truth. And they live in the present. Okay, with the crow there. The crow is the most powerful spiritual bird because it's the only bird that flies between the realms. So it's your choice, right? Past, present, or future. And the King of Swords very much lives in the present. Okay, or at least a majority of their time they try to live in the present. And they follow the direction. Okay, there is a it's like it's a sword. Okay. They're spiritually awoken. And they're like a spiritual guide for you. And you know that they are your happiness. They are your joy, Taurus. So there's like no denying this. So let's clarify the Ten of Swords for my beautiful Taurus people. Now again, the Ten of Swords is in the past position. Okay, so Ten of Swords, please clarify the Ten of Swords for me. Yeah, see, a lot of pain, a lot of hurt, and now you're really ready to take action and heal. Okay, you're in a place of healing, and that's where the fear comes in, right? Ooh, we got the Queen of Cups, we got the Three of Pentacles. That's what you're taking action towards. Okay, that's what you're taking action towards. Community, building something together, being connected on an emotional level with the Queen of Cups here. Okay, and this is your fear, right? Looking at that pain is not easy, guys. You know, all these people out there that are about self-healing and they make it sound like it's this beautiful thing. Don't get me wrong, it is. It's the best gift anyone could give themselves. But it's not an easy gift to obtain. You have to be willing to feel that pain, feel the emotions, feel the hurt, and look at those wounds. And sometimes, guys, it's hard. I'm here to tell you it's effing hard. But if you stick with it, if you allow it, right, you get to the other side of it. And you have the epiphany, you have the aha moment, you have the missing piece of the puzzle, you have the pattern, you learn the lesson. That's everything that happens when you dive deep into your emotions, into the pain, into the hurt. And it all lies in the heart center because that's where our spirit is. Our soul lives in the body, but our spirit is in the heart of the matter. Okay? So somebody out there needed to hear that. So this Four of Cups, what are you contemplating with the Four of Cups? Why is the Four of Cups here? And this could be happening in the next 4 weeks. Okay, because cups for me are weeks. Good for you. I'm proud of you, Taurus. What are you thinking about? Why are you taking off those rose-colored glasses? Why are you really looking at this? Because you know this is your happiness. You know this has the potential to give you everything you've been looking for in your life, everything you've been lacking in your life. Because let's face it, guys, when we're wounded, that's what we're in search of. We're in search of what we're lacking, what we were deprived of. But we do it in an unhealthy way because we don't realize how deep those wounds hurt. We just kind of like put a Band-Aid on it and said, yep, okay, yep, that's what happened to me. I had a effed up life and this is my story. And we attract more of those type of people in our lives. But once you start really looking at those emotions and those wounds, and you allow yourself to feel the pain, to heal from them, right? Then you start looking at people because you also get to see the red flags in the people and you understand why you attracted those type of people because there was something within you that needed to be healed. Okay? And now you're really thinking about this. This is not light, right? 4 cups. Waiting, 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 contemplating, looking, thinking about this love offer that's right in front of you, right? You don't go into it in an immature, foolish way. No, not at all. And I will not be surprised when we get to clarifying the Fool here if the adult Fool don't pop up. So clarify. Well, the adult Fool didn't come up, but pretty damn close to it, right? You want to go towards calmer waters. You want to move on. It's not that you don't want to move on, okay? And you are looking at things from a different perspective, which is what the hawk does. and is which what everyone does when they do the inner healing work. You then can pull yourself back and look at the bigger picture and realize how that one wound affected you throughout your life up until this very moment. And that's when you can change things. That's when you can break the pattern. That's when you can break the ancestral cycle. Okay? Because with the high priestess here, you're following your intuition, where in the past, you didn't. You just jumped in foolishly, immaturely, like a young puppy, right? A young puppy doesn't think when it jumps off a roof of the house that it may break its leg. It just jumps because it knows it can jump. And now you're taking action. Good for you. You're manifesting this ending in your life. 9 of Swords is you're just at the end. You have one more sword to go. And then you have the new beginning. That was flipped over, so I had to address it. All right, the Page of Pentacles. What is the lesson? What is the lesson that my beautiful Taurus people have learned? Through all of this, what is the lesson? What is the lesson that my Taurus people have learned, Spirit? What is the lesson for my Taurus people? Clarify the Page of Pentacles, please. Clarify the Page of Pentacles. The lesson you're learning is that this tower had to happen. Okay? This past had to crumble down because it was not built on a solid foundation. There wasn't even give and take. There were cracks all over the place, right? And that's what you're realizing. Okay? With the, now we have the King and Queen of Wands. This is selfish energy. The Queen of Wands can be selfish because they're all about what they want to create. Their talent, their passion, what matters to them. Okay? In some decks, for me, the Queen of Wands can also be a great manipulator, right? Because look at her. She knows how to work with the energies. She knows how to manipulate the energies. She knows how to push the buttons, right? And now, what happens when you're in that space? The lesson you learn? The lesson you learn is you get clarity when you go in to the space of the mind, into the heart of the matter. When you quiet the mind, meditate, however you do that. You know, there's people that float in water and meditate. There's people who walk in nature and meditate. There's people who drive and meditate. I don't recommend that, but there are people that, you know, in their way of meditating, driving is like maybe looking at the mountains around them or the water that's around them, and it brings them peace, and they're thinking about their future. That's a form of meditation. You know, have you ever gotten in your car and you start out at point A, but when you get to point B, you don't remember anything in between, the ride, the nothing? That's because you drove there on autopilot because you were in a meditative state. Okay? That's 5th dimensional. And now, remember when I said about the mature fool? Okay? And that's what you're realizing. You're more mature now. You're making this choice from a whole different level. Okay? You may have experienced this in your very first relationship that you ever had. Or you could have experienced this multiple times. I mean, I know I had 3 significant relationships, and it wasn't until my third one that I really, really did the deepest dive of my life and really healed a lot of wounds and looked back and realized, okay, yeah, I got better with each one, but the last one taught me the most significant lesson because they really came in under the wire. They were a full-blown narcissist, and I really wore rose-colored glasses. I have no problem admitting that, because that's the difference between doing the work and not doing the work. Willing to admit. Okay? And you're realizing that there's lots of blessings in this new dive that you're taking, this leap of faith that you're taking. It is spiritually guiding you. You are getting clarity around that. That's the lesson. Very nice. Tell me more about this Six of Pentacles. The World card, your destiny, you're fated to have this happiness, Taurus. So it's really up to you, right? Spirit brings us the opportunities, but whether or not we act on it, and look, now we have the Queen of Swords. And we have the Five of Wands in reverse. No conflict, right? No fighting, no outside interference. It's just truth, honesty, and value. That's what the Queen of Swords is all about. Truth, value, honesty, no hidden secrets, no hidden agendas. And sometimes us Queen of Swords can be a little harsh with our words, but sometimes harsh words need to be said in order for people to hear us. You know, I remember one time I had a male friend. I still have that male friend. He was an acquaintance, and I met him at a yoga studio. And, you know, he was like in the midst of ending a marriage, and he was all up in his head and up in his head. And no matter how much me and the yoga studio owner tried giving him guidance, tried in a roundabout way get him to see things that he wasn't seeing, finally, after like, I don't know, the 4th or 5th go around, I finally looked at him and said, dude, do you really have to be smacked in the side of the head with a 2x4 to realize this? Sometimes us Aquarians can just, you know, send a stern blow, but sometimes people need that because they're just not getting it. And they need that in order to send them into that thinking period. And that's what that did for that person. And now he's in a beautiful, healthy, vibrant relationship. So there you go. King of Wands, clarify this King of Wands. What is the courage? What is the strength? Oh my gosh. So we have the Five of Swords in reverse. Good for you, Taurus. And the King of Cups. No more up in your head about this. Okay? You're really tapping into your emotions, into your feelings. So we have the King and Queen of Cups. We have the King and Queen of Wands. And now we have, I believe we had King and Queen of Cups. So King and Queen of Cups, King and Queen of Swords, Queen and King of Wands. The only ones that are missing are the King and Queen of Pentacles. So good for you, Taurus. You're getting out of your head, quieting the monkey mind, and getting into the gap, the silent place. And yeah, it does take courage and it does take strength. I say that all the time to my clients that come to me. It's not an easy road. It's a way of going forward. But the great thing about it is it's the best gift you can give to yourself. And you learn, right? You learn. Like what you used to react to before, you'll stop and you'll think about it. You'll process it. And you take off the rose-colored glasses and you really see things for what they are going forward. Those are the little gems you pick up along the way when you do the inner healing work. So what is the advice for my Taurus people? What is the advice? We have the Seven of Pentacles. Plant those new seeds. You're going to be surprised what can grow. Making the choice. Take the blindfolders off. And you will find balance. That's the advice from Spirit. This investment is much different than the first investment you made. See how deeply rooted it is? See how it's beautifully blossoming into a healthy plant? A vibrant plant? But you have to make the choice. Okay? You have to make the choice. And I feel like that's what you're doing. Okay, you're realizing what you have is balance, is happiness, is joy, is everything you've been looking for. So what do you have to lose, Taurus? All right, guys, please drive this video, give it the thumbs up, leave me a comment, share it, subscribe to my channel, click on the bell. Until next year, guys. Well, I still have to do your weekly energy vibe readings. So I'm going to hold that off till those readings get posted on Sunday. As always, guys, from my heart to yours, I wish you a 2024 filled with love, light, and blessings. Be well, guys. Take care.